What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another installment of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So, we are doing 25 more cab fares today, and that'll give us the grand total of 75. We need 100 total, and hopefully we can get this in one go around. If not, I'm going to be very upset. But it's been a minute since we did the cab fares. I did it in part 2, I did it in part 8, and then this one, whatever part I'm on. I've already lost count. And we're not even into 20 installments yet, and I've already lost count of where I am. And hopefully this is something that I can get done, like I said, in one go round. If I can't, then I'm going to be very, very upset. But regardless, the cab fare ones are times for me to tell personal stories and reflect and talk to you fine folks about life and the meaning of happiness and the pursuit of happiness. And, the movie's pretty good too, I guess. Even though Will Smith is, you know, slapping people left and right. But the funny thing is there's a guy that does motivational videos on Facebook, usually. I think he also has a YouTube, also, Darman. And he actually did the famous celebrity slaps host in the face type of video. And it's just, I really like his videos. If you don't know who they are, or who he is, he does, like I said, motivational videos, like, people trying to do the right thing, and like one kid will study his ass off trying to take a test, and his brother will cheat on purpose just so he doesn't have to study and he can play video games and all that shit. Those types of videos, like a mentally challenged kid gets made fun of by a group of students, and then it takes just one person in the group to accept them for their flaws and befriends them. You know, those type of, they're very heartwarming. But when I saw that he did the celebrity slaps award host in the face, I was like, kind of chasing the dragon there a little bit. Which I guess I shouldn't be talking shit, because my favorite band of all time, Kiss, actually was notorious in the 80s for chasing the dragon. Go take a look at an album like Crazy Crazy Nights. Or Crazy Nights. It's pretty much a Bon Jovi ripoff. If you really think about it, it's just a Bon Jovi album. But it's actually also technically a Paul Stanley solo album, as is what he did pretty much through the entire 80s while Gene was out making horrendous movies. Oh shit, I wasn't trying to kill anybody, but I got 2 bodies, 1 taxi. And so I thought that was interesting. Also, I am, I guess, trying to keep up with current events with you guys. I am reading a book, actually listening to an audio book of Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, I probably, at some point, will probably listen to an audio book about Jesus Christ, but it's Taking Shape, Part 2, or Volume 2, and Taking Shape is the scripts for Halloween, pretty much how they went from script to screen. And Taking Shape 2 is all the scripts that got rejected, and it goes through, I think, like 24 different scripts, and it's like, here's a movie that almost happened with the Halloween franchise with Michael Myers. The one that I'm currently on right now, because I have to do it in moderation. It's like drinking alcohol, or it's like, you know, anything can be bad for you, but you gotta do it in moderation, you're okay.
I'm here now.
But there's so many of them, and they're so elongated, and they're so just ridiculous, some of the scripts. But they did one, the one that I'm currently on right now, and of course if I record another taxi video, or a paramedic, or a vigilante mission, I'll let you guys get an update on that. But as of right now, as I'm recording, it's the script for Michael versus Pinhead, and I think they were going to call it Halloween, H-E-L-L, Halloween, to get Hellraiser and Pinhead in there. But it's also called like Hellraiser Halloween or something like that. The script is very interesting. not to spoil it. You guys should still read the book, but the script is pretty interesting. It actually, because I've never really seen any of the Hellraiser movies, because they were not easily accessed to me growing up. Anytime that I wanted to rent them, they were the video stores like Hastings and Hollywood Video. RIP to both of those goats. They never had them all on the shelves. Otherwise, I would have just done what I did with like Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff, and just rent them like in succession. But they didn't have them all. Sometimes they would have the second one. Sometimes they would have the third one, fourth. They would be out of the fifth. They'd be out of the first. So I never really got into them. But now with streaming and stuff, I'm sure that I can probably find all of them. But apparently, this script had the survivor of the last Hellraiser movie that they did for the time, and Michael actually kills the survivor of the previous Hellraiser movie, and then Pinhead's like, I must seek vengeance because that soul was mine and it was stolen from me, yada yada yada. So him and Michael actually do battle. Ooh, that's a metal. Not metal, that's a wooden pole. So him and Michael do battle. One inside his childhood home, where he stabbed and murdered his sister many moons ago. And then they have another battle actually in hell. And this was actually predating Freddy vs. Jason. So Freddy vs. Jason wasn't done yet. This was going to be like 2001, 2002, right around the time that they did Resurrection. And Resurrection actually came out before Freddy vs. Jason. And then I think eventually it came out. Obviously, Freddy vs. Jason did come into fruition. And they were like, we gotta get this out now because there's all these. That was a successful movie, so we need to have our own successful franchise. We need to have two people fight back to back. Because they did it with Alien vs. Predator, they did it with Freddy vs. Jason. Alien vs. Predator got a sequel. Then eventually, Civil War happened, and then Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice happened, and also Alien vs. Predator 2 also happened. So they're like, oh, we need to make this movie because it's going to be awesome. And Dimension had the rights to both Michael Myers and Pinhead, so they easily could have made the movie. But whether it be, is he inside the pizza shop? I can't get you inside the pizza shop, man. I'm not driving a taxi into a damn pizza shop. But it took, I believe, Akkad, who was the rights owner of the Halloween franchise, to say, no, that's stupid. That's what never happened. This would never work as a movie, let alone a. Can they give me a fare that's not like in between crap? I can actually pick up and do my job without having to walk through walls and stuff. Oh, thank you. Excuse me. But yeah, Akkad said absolutely not, or the Weinsteins would say absolutely not, which we all know how awesome the Weinsteins were. At least Harvey Weinstein is a terrible person. Bob, that's yet to be determined. But yeah, they're maybe not. We'll go make Halloween Resurrection instead. If given the choice between a Michael versus Pinhead or Halloween Resurrection, I actually think I would have picked Michael versus Pinhead. If I had to pick one, gun to my head, and I had to pick one of those movies to exist, it would definitely be that one, because Resurrection was kind of the duty mark of the Halloween franchise, and it pretty much solidified the remakes to happen with Rob Zombie doing the remakes. Oh, this was actually going to the airport. So there we go. Just went on a tangent about Michael Myers for a little bit. So if you guys like Michael Myers and horror movies, welcome. You came to the right place. So first 8 Michael Myers related. So now,
you bumbling fool!
A personal story that actually happened. I had a very interesting day at work the other day. And by the time this is uploaded, it'll be months after the fact. But so I had this delivery, flower delivery. In case y'all don't know me, hi, my name's Pork Chop. I'm a flower delivery person. Pays the bills. YouTube's just for fun. So I did a delivery to this little area between Amarillo and this place called Bishop Hills, which is kind of like a district, like a little bit of a village on the outskirts of Amarillo. And so I delivered, and my GPS was like, okay, go down this road to get to this house. I'm not going into the airport. Sorry about you. Be smart about it. Be smart about it. There's got to be somebody else here around the airport that I can pick up. There we go. Hey, yo, move. Oh, look, it's a security guard. Where am I taking you this evening, Rent-A-Cop? A hospital. But so yeah, I delivered to this, and then my GPS was like, take this little road and you'll get there. But when I got there, there was this pickup truck, and attached to it was this giant black trailer blocking my way. So I was like, okay, maybe there's not a house over here, because GPS isn't always 100% correct. So I was like, I'll just stop here at this one. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was jamming out to autograph, turn up the radio, so I kind of came down the road a little fast, and I also was jamming, so they could probably hear outside of the van turning up the radio, so to speak. And so I stopped and I went to this house, and one of the reasons that I came to a screeching halt was a dog started chasing the van, which usually when the dog starts chasing the van, I put that shit in park. Like, I'm like, I'm not moving, because if I kill a dog on this job, not only am I going to quit my job, but I'm also going to be very, very sad for a very, very long time. So, that being said, this dog starts chasing me, and so I just put it in park pretty much, and wait for the dog to kind of go away, and then I progress to the house and then park. Oh, jeez, that was all my day. It was a cab-on-cab crime.
I'm here now.
I don't know why you're going specifically to Kaufman Cabs, but welcome. I own that place today. Spoiler alert. And so this dog starts chasing me. When I get out of the van, it starts like coming up to me, and I'm like, oh god, at least I'm not driving. So I'm like, hi, delivery for so-and-so, and they're like, oh, well, they actually live behind me. This isn't the right address. The right place is actually behind me. You're gonna follow this road. And of course he's showing me where the trailer is. I'm like, okay, so I was right. The GPS was right. I apologized to my GPS. I was like, I'm sorry. You are all-knowing. You are the best. You're the greatest. Blah, blah, blah. And so, as he's talking to me, he is cussing this dog out. Dog's name was Bella. And he's like, Bella, get your ass over here. Because Bella started running towards me. Get your ass over here. And then, you know, it would follow him. It would go back to him. Like, shit. And then after a while, she would take off again and start chasing after me again. He's like, God damn, dog. God damn it, Bella. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And it gets to the point where he's you know, up next to me, talking to me, you know, telling me, oh yeah, this is where you're going over here. You know, like I said earlier. And,
Get out the way!
he picks up this trunk, pretty much. He picks up this giant limb of a tree, and I guess he's gonna hit Bella with it. He's gonna hit the dog with it, which I'm kind of, you know, feel kind of icky about. You know, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. But as he was winding up to throw it, he smacks me in my shin with it. And he's like, oh, did I hit you? Did I hit you? And he went from compassionate to fucking Bella in like 3 seconds. Like, it didn't take him long. I was like, nah, I'm good. That's fine. And he was like, I'll move my trailer so that you can go do your thing. And I'm like, okay. he's like, oh, and also, you might want to slow down around here. We got children and fucking Bella that pretty much roam this road. So you got to be careful. You got to pay attention. I'm like, okay, sorry. Like I said, I was jamming out to turn up the radio, so that's what I get. But so that happened, and then the same day, I delivered to another park. It was between here and Amarillo and Canyon, this other little small area, and I called and I was like, hi, you know, I got an arrangement for you at this address for this person. Is that correct? And she's like, oh yeah. I said, I was also told to give you a call first for the gate code. And she's like, well, not for the gate code per se. She said, but you got to call me when you're here because the gate doesn't work. The gate code does not work. I actually have to like let you in like manually. Oh shit. Okay. Well, she's like, so I'll be waiting out front for you. See you in about. She looked at the time, and I guess she looked at her GPS. She's like, oh yeah, you'll be here in about 15 minutes. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. So I got there about 15 minutes, and she was waiting for me in her garage. And she hits the clicker and lets me in, and I just get bombarded with 4 dogs that run up to the van. Like I said earlier, like I stop. I stop. As soon as I see an animal, I stop. Because, again, I don't want to bite my back tire or its nose getting caught under the van, you know, or anything like that. It's just like, that's a horror story just waiting to happen. So, I immediately just put it in park, get out, grab the arrangement, and walk it to her. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to chance this. So, as I'm walking it to her, she's like, oh, just be careful with the dogs, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I mean, why do you think I stopped all the way back there? I'm just saying. But as I was leaving, I'm like, oh, here you go. Thank you. Have a nice day. As I'm leaving, one of the dogs bites me in the back of my knee. Like nips at me, like it wasn't like a, you know, bit down and drew blood, broke flesh, and, you know, whatever. And she is just appalled. She was just like, oh my god. And then she yells his name, which kind of gave me a little bit of a chuckle because his name was Tanner. The dog's name was Tanner. She's like, Tanner! And that's also my best friend's name. So I'm like, oh my god, that's hilarious. And I eventually told him that story and he thought it was funny as hell. But she's like, you gotta be gentle with him, you gotta be patient with him, he's a rescue, he doesn't know better, like she just starts like freaking out, like I'm gonna call animal control on this dog because it nipped the back of my knee. Like she was freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, oh no, you're good, I'm not gonna say anything, you know, have a nice day. And she's like, thank you. I was like, but if I was half the guy that I would have been like, your dog bit me, your dog won't bye-bye. But again, I actually like dogs, I like animals, so therefore I'm not going to have them put down unnecessarily, especially when it's a rescue. She rescued the dog. The dog went from a bad situation to a better one, evidently, so maybe it's a bit of a growing pain. It's a process. So, who knows? But good luck to Tanner and his new owner. Which is also funny. Reminds me of another thing that I did a couple weeks ago. Was I had a delivery that was next door to my friend Tanner's house, and his dog was on the outside of looking through the window, looking through his bedroom window, and barking at me. And I just yelled the dog's name. The dog's name was Judge. I'm like, Judge! And he like stopped, like, oh shit. And then Tanner said he was confused because he was like, who is yelling at my dog and how do they know my dog's name? And then he looked outside and saw the delivery van and said, oh, it's you. Okay, so he called me and he was like, he was freaking out and he told me that. He was like, man, I'm freaking out. And then I saw the van and I was like, phew. Because he just doesn't want random people, you know, just walking by yelling his dog's name if he doesn't know him. I'd be a little freaked out too. But like I was saying, dog related also was I delivered to his neighbor next door, and they had 2 dogs, and one was like a long-haired like weenie dog, and it bit me on my ankle, like legit, like ran my ass down and bit me on the ankle. And I was like, oh, bro, what the hell? Like, they're like, we're sorry, we're so sorry, I can't believe that she did that, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, I was actually laughing about it, and I was like, what the hell, dude? Like, I looked at the dog, I was like, what the hell, dude? So, long story short is, I potentially could have had at least 2 dogs put down within the last month, if I wanted to. But again, I'm not a piece of shit. I love animals, and I know that
Yo, son, you just hit my ride.
sometimes the way that they're raised is not up to snuff for some people. And I just ran right into that damn tree like it was nothing. But then they get rescued, and some of them are actually good afterwards. But little dogs like Chihuahuas and like long-haired like weenie dogs and stuff like that, it's like a lot of people are freaking out because it's like the pit bulls and the Rottweilers, what you got to worry about. They're vicious killers. They're terrible. But it's like, nah, the little ankle biters are the ones that you got to worry about. Those are the ones that are going to be, you know, breaking into your house middle of the night and biting your throat and your jugular vein while you sleep. Like, that's just the type of dog that is. Allegedly. I actually don't want a Chihuahua or long-haired weenie dog to bite my throat. Oh my gosh! Taxis, man, including myself. Okay, can I get out through here? I actually can. That's a nice little detour. Giving you guys the $5 tour. Driving on the grass. That was nice. That was actually pretty cool.
You're killing me.
Ah, come on. I should have gotten a speed bonus for that shit. Are you kidding me?
I'm totally gonna kick your ass.
I'm totally gonna kick your ass. That's funny. That is funny. It is. So I just picked that person up from a pizza restaurant, and they want me to take them to the other pizza restaurant. Because that makes sense. Because that makes sense. If you don't think about it. It's like my Postmate story that I told about the delivery from one restaurant that was further away than a closer restaurant to the person I was delivering to. So it's just kind of like, who's screwing who here, huh? There we go, 21. So we got 4 more to go. It'd be nice if we can get this done. I mean, we have over 5 minutes clocked, so that's a good one. We're close to it. As if I'm eating too much pizza. Oh my god! Holy shit. That was crazy.
I'm here now.
I don't know how I didn't hit that pole.
Some say that he's such.
I'm trying to be a little bit careful here because we are getting some white smoke here. Once we get black smoke, that's when they're like, I'm not riding with you. You're a freaking lunatic. Your car's about to explode. Take somebody to the hospital super quick. This one's actually going a lot smoother, I think, than the first 2, if I'm not mistaken. Or they're about the same. About on par with each other. I'm going to laugh if this one says, take me to ammunition. Police station. Okay. A little bit of a distance away, so it's not totally out of the question. It's not like take me from one pizza place to another. I don't know, maybe they were pizza hopping. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Just go from one restaurant to another. I love how my bike is still there. I launched that bike out of car earlier, because I was just driving around trying to find the taxi, and then one popped up, and I just did the quick hop off, and it just right into this person's car. I just pulled a Captain America from the beginning scene of Age of Ultron, where he just throws a motorcycle at somebody, pretty much. I think that was Captain America, or was that Black Widow? I don't remember. But, regardless. It was pretty epic. I was like, oh, taxi! Boom! And I just throw my bike. It's like, oh my god. Hopefully that guy has Geico. Number 23. Alright, young man. Where are we going? Young man. Going to the YMCA? Close. The hospital. Stay at the hospital, baby. That's the number. We're down to the last two. This is actually going pretty quick. I was not expecting that with this quick. Just did a little bumper bowl across that, but we got through. I like this little freaking shortcut I discovered. It's nice. Turn left. The hospital is pretty much going to be a straight shot out this road. Oh, I thought they stopped. I was going to be really mad about that. Okay. Oh, jeez. There we go. Going on mice, and we're done. This and the last one's gonna be a cab driver that's trying to make a quick getaway. That cab driver just murdered somebody and was like, you know what? I gotta go. I can't be here right now. Take me over here. Oh gosh, that's freaking hilarious. That's funny. Like, yep, nope, I don't even need to be at this vicinity right now. I'm just gonna go. Life moves pretty fast. So don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's see if I can come up with a backstory here for this guy. So this guy is driving around, probably doing a scratch off or, you know, drinking out of his coffee mug, even though there's something in it, and was like, I'm just gonna go, and I am going to enjoy my bam, and he hit somebody, and you're like, fuck.
Let's keep the traffic alive, eh?
And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna hail a cab. I'm out of here. I ain't gonna do this right now. I don't even have to be here right now. They don't even know it's me. Might be registered myself, but and he stole the person that he hit's money and says, I'm gonna go buy a brand new car with it. And there we go, 25, y'all. So I'm done for the installment. Made over 10 grand just by picking people up in a taxi. 10 grand in my hand. Not a bad payday, not a bad day's work, and that's all I really got for y'all today. So I'm gonna get to the ice cream factory and collect the money there, and then we're going to call it an installment. Guys, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Hope you guys are having a great day, great week, great weekend. And you guys just keep on keeping on. And always remember, my little favorites, Kollin Porkchop loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.